Hello, welcome to Winners and Grinners. My name is Darren Murphy. Joining me every week, Dave Tinnis. Carroll, how are you, mate?
Yeah, afternoon, Daz. It's an interesting week again, obviously, especially in NRL with another coach gone, but we'll be talking about that.
Yeah, and Barry Coe, how are you, mate?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm great. It's
Still raining again outside, I just see. So
Yeah, it's just started bucketing down.
surely.
bit of a wet day, even a wet day down in Innisfail. So
Been a wet summer.
not
Anyway,
good. All right. Well, let's start off with our top five for this week. The Dragons, of course, it's a big story of the week. No question about it. Shane Flanagan is gone. Dean Young as interim coach. Braith Anasta does an absolute Barney on NRL 360. Full rebuild territory, blokes.
What was the Barney about?
Oh, he came in and said that he was really pissed off because it was like the CEO from the Dragons there actually aimed all the problems that the Dragons had on Braith Anasta, and Braith said, "Go get stuffed."
yeah, well, kind of the chairman or the board member, it was the CEO who came out and said, like the media, and he's actually a media person himself. He's actually, I think he's on the board of Win, and so I think it was to do with Lachlan Ilias, is that correct? And Lachlan Ilias is he's managed by Braith Anasta, and Braith Anasta's come out pretty heartily in the last 9 months about where the Dragons are, and so the chairman, he was CEO, he's kind of bagged, really pointed it that it was the media's fault and Braith Anasta, and they were always having a go at the Dragons. So it was good banter on the NRL 360.
How is it the media's fault that they lose games?
That's right. And that's what Braith was.
That's what Braith was actually going on about.
Exactly.
That's
right.
This team is imploding, and they're not doing much to actually fix the problem.
And
but it comes from the top down.
Of course it does. And then the issue is you've got the Steelers and the St. George fractions it's in this football club, and the senior players, haven't stepped up for Shane Flanagan. I mean, he had to go. He lost 11 games in a row.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if this merger has really worked, Baz. The Wollongong Steelers.
Well, it's the same with
St. George Dragon.
It's the same with the Tigers.
How long has it been going though? It's
Been a fair while.
Long time.
Probably 90s.
Yeah, probably. Because McGregor coached, Mary McGregor coached this side, I think.
So do you think the merger just causes problems from the top?
Because they've still got they've still got two boards, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You just can't have that's obviously been the issue with West Tigers as well. Benji's just obviously come in and said enough's enough and we're going to do it this way. So
I understand why teams will merge, but you would think eventually they would just
have one board.
Decide that they're one team.
Exactly. And they've got to realise that it's the boards that are actually making this football club and this famous football club implode. So he's come in, Dean Young, who's been appointed as the interim coach, and pretty well sacked McInnes.
Yeah.
He'd only been there for 4 months as assistant coach. And then obviously with Shane Flanagan getting the sack, he has pretty well sacked Kyle Flanagan, his son, and he's put him on the bench, and he's appointed or nominated a 10-game veteran in the NRL to play halfback. Kane Reid on Saturday is an Anzac Day clash versus the Roosters.
Yeah.
Massive, good calls, great calls, but wow.
Big shake-up.
Big shake-up.
But going back to the Braith Anasta thing, it shows you how incestuous the whole competition is. When you've got people who are in the media but also managing players and also involved with clubs and all that sort of stuff.
And I think this is half the problem with McInnes as well. So now McInnes actually had another job as well as an attacking coach and failed with Seabold.
Exactly.
Okay, now that partnership is actually gone.
All right.
Ennis thought that he was going to get the Manly position. We talked about that. So Ennis thought that he was going to get Manly, and that wasn't going to happen. So
He wore the maroon tie and everything.
he did wear the maroon tie. So, and that was interesting in itself. And then he's actually sacked. He's
From the
sacked
Dragons.
from the Dragons. So Mick Ennis there now actually becomes a problem.
Well, Mick Ennis is obviously a problem. The players, even though I hear that the players like him to be around and he's got good ideas, they obviously cannot connect with him.
Yeah.
They obviously can't. Like, he's been asked to leave from Manly, Mick Ennis, and now he's only been at Dragons for 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, so and not only that, so like Brave Fernanister, yes, is in media. He's also a players manager's agent, but Mick Ennis is still in the media too, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did say that one to a mate of mine today, is that you can't work full-time at Fox Sports and you can't work full-time, doing a Dragons coach.
It's just massive conflicts of interest.
It
though.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you got
Totally.
someone like Gus Gould who's been involved with the Panthers and now the Bulldogs and now and he's been commentating the whole time. Like,
I know. And you watch him on, I don't watch the Channel 9 show on Monday night that he's on. And it's the same with Kieran Foran. He was pretty well full-time with Fox this year. Well, I haven't seen him, but he's pretty well walked away from that role.
he had to walk away from that one to do the head coaching
But,
job.
You know, so, but then again, it's happened in AFL this year. Nathan Buckley is on the couch, and he's now the assistant coach at Geelong. But Geelong said it was okay for him to be in the media. But watching that show, Bucks has been a lot quieter this year compared to years gone by.
I just don't think it's fair to other teams, though, to have an assistant coach from this team in the media commenting about other teams and what they're doing. And, it's just,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there just needs to be.
Now we're
some
in
rules around
April. Okay. Are the Dragons staring at a wooden spoon?
Yeah, I think so.
I've actually put $30 on them to win this weekend, but they are at $5.
I actually
Roosters.
changed my tip. I changed it to Dragons, thinking they've sacked the coach, they'll come out and win. But several other things have happened.
I
I've
agree.
gone,
I've
you know
probably
what?
lost
I don't
me
think they're going to win.
I think I've lost my money because their squad's poor.
Yeah.
Their squad compared to the Manly squad. Manly's got a very good squad, but if they beat the Roosters, look, I agree. I've had a look at their draw in the next 2 months. I don't see them winning a game.
Yeah.
Look, if they don't win this weekend, they won't win for another 2 months. Because it's disappointing that clubs players decide to pull up their socks and have a crack. Well, why didn't you have a crack for the last 2 months?
Yeah.
You know. So,
Look, to get off the bottom too, they've got their competition is Gold Coast. Okay, they might be able to get above them, but then the next one is Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
I know
At that moment on the ladder.
But I agree with you, Daz, that they are not beating anyone soon.
Yeah. And that becomes a problem.
Well, because you don't want a side that becomes 0-14.
Yeah.
I mean, they will jag a win somewhere, but they're on track to only win 2 games for the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just have to see what happens in the weeks coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Broncos have got an injury crisis, and now that's hitting the Origin. A massive blow to Queensland and New South Wales. Payne Haas ruled out the Origin contention. More injuries piling up at the Broncos. Forward stock suddenly looking thin heading into the Origin period. That's a problem for both sides, New South Wales and Queensland, and the Broncos.
There's plenty of players to step up. It'll still be a great Origin series.
Hollywood's gone. So do you think Hollywood will actually get back into the side, Queensland side? Reece?
Well, I thought there was a chance that he might be back this weekend playing.
That's early.
If Davo has his way, it'll be Ponga at the back anyway.
That's right, exactly. They are in a lot of trouble, the Broncos.
Yeah.
I did see something during the week, and now obviously I can't pick up to the injuries. Payne Haas is out for 4 to 6 weeks. They've got 2 players that have got foot injuries. You've already still got Ben Hunt out. Carrigan's still got 2 weeks to go with his suspension. Who do they play this weekend? I think they might be look against their backs against the wall.
They played dogs.
As much as I do not like this football club, their backs against the wall. They do it. They are one of the best in this competition to do it. But it's it's. I mean, Reece Walsh probably comes back. Ben Hunt probably doesn't hold on to his spot in the Origin. Do you think, Baz?
Ben Hunt.
Well, it depends on how long he's out
Depends on
for.
who's available. Yeah.
But I think they've only got 17 of their top 30 Daz that are available.
Yeah.
They've got a massive injury list. But I did hear, and I don't know the young man's name, but there's a Man Mountain coming in to play in their forward pack this weekend. So, with no Payne Haas and no Carrigan, I don't really know who steps up for this football team. Kobe Heverington obviously can't because he's now at Manly, and he would have stepped up for him. So interesting weekend for the Broncos, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting.
And
NRL, they eye the global takeover move. Now the NRL's pushing to invest in taking a stake in England's Super League, and they're also backed by Origin coaches like Billy Slater. Now the NRL are actually aiming to build the global game. They're bigger broadcasting deals there and deeper talent pool. Now there's been a lot of talk about splitting the rights, the free-to-air television rights between 7, 9 and 10.
Oh, is there? Is there right?
And that becomes interesting.
Well, if you've got those 3 channels that are prepared to put in the money with Fox, I'd love to see the end financial result. Like, what's the end price going to be?
Yeah, why would all 3 channels want to get involved?
Yeah, why would that?
It's a big thing. It's bigger than AFL.
Well, I've just read today.
Then you've got Fox Overseas. You've also got Watch NRL as well. You've got a lot of global push for the game. So
it's good stuff though.
It's great for the game.
I'd love to see more Super League stuff. You know, I don't really watch any of it because it's just not.
Well, how do we watch it anyway?
Way too late.
You know, you could watch it on KO or whatever, but you know, you're watching it after the fact and, and stuff like that. So.
And I'm a person who loves watching sport live. I don't go.
Yeah, once it's sort of happened.
Once it's you know, like I know our great mate Treno loves to video and watch it. Nah. It's gone. It's done and dusted by then. So, it's obviously. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in NRL and AFL for TV rights. Interesting today, Channel 9 has outbid Channel 10, and this with the basketball. So Channel 9 is now taking on the NBL, and there'll be 2 free live games a week, plus on Fox. So
on ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN. So it's going to be interesting. They obviously, Channel 9 think it's one of it is one of the fastest growing sports in Australia. So they've seen the benefit.
And that's a huge, without sounding bit rhetorical here, it's a bit of a bounce here for the NBL because they were just on the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, they were, totally. Yeah. So does that mean that Channel 9, that's why they want to... Do Channel 9 not want to pay as much money?
Well, can they afford it?
Oh, well, they probably can't. I can't see... Like, I keep hearing these big TV rights for the NRL and AFL, but how do they keep, like, you know, some of them is $2-3 billion?
Yeah.
Like, are we big enough as a country, Baz, to be able to have a $2 billion TV rights?
Doubt it.
Well,
how could we?
You've got a national game.
Yeah.
But is that over like
have
a 3
look
or 4
what
year
happens
period?
in America.
It'll be over a 4-year period.
Yeah.
Have a look what happens in the States. It's actually split up between the 4
Right.
free-to-air channels.
Okay. All right.
So,
I didn't. Okay. So, look, obviously, I still don't know how we generate, and I know there's online media and I know there's overseas media and channels, how we generate and $2 billion.
It all must work. somehow.
Advertising,
Obviously, it must
Yeah.
do. I mean,
betting. It's all done under betting rights.
Yeah, I guess so. So, like, and the ones who are going to get it, like other players who are going to be paid really good money.
Yeah. All right, 6 again rule is reaching boiling point, and Ricky Stewart has said the game has lost its fabric. Feels like one of those moments where the NRL might be forced to tweak things mid-season if the noise keeps building.
Have you been hearing about this? Is
I
not
haven't
this.
been following
this
it,
this is not just rumbling. This is starting to become volcanic.
Yeah.
Rick, like the issue is we don't know when it's just 6 again. Like I believe, like I think they just sometimes go 6 again, 6 again, 6 again. There can be 3 6 agains in a row. As far as I'm concerned, after the second, third time, someone's got to be sent off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to be. But we don't know what it's for.
No,
and the
that's the
players don't
issue.
know what it's for.
No.
It could be holding them for an extra half second. They don't
Exactly.
know.
No, they
so
don't
how
know.
do players turn this around and not give away 6 agains
No, they don't.
when they don't know
that's
what
the
they've
problem.
done wrong?
Yeah, that's a big problem.
And it's, if you're just having 6 again after 6 again after 6 again, the fatigue and the injury level is going to be a lot worse than what it is. Yeah, I know Ricky's blowing up about it, but
Plus, also, some teams are using it to their advantage. I think, was it the
Yeah.
Panthers were accused of, they're happy to give away 6 again
Melbourne used to.
on the first tackle to give them time to reset their line.
Have we spoken about that?
Yeah, I think we did. It's
How
pr-
good
it's
is
pretty
that?
smart.
That is just so smart on coaches stating, give away 6 again.
So the
we
coaches obviously said, go out and hold them down
Yeah, hold them down.
for
hold
another
them
5
down.
seconds.
Yeah.
Everybody reset. Okay, cool.
And then-
We've only given
yeah.
away 1 tackle,
Yeah,
basically.
and then their defence is set up, and it is a great ploy.
It's milking the game.
Hey, it's just so good. Like I'm actually, it's amazing what the coaches can do in relation to when the rules are put out. They
Absolutely.
must just sit
Every
down.
time they change the rules, they're like, right, how can we use this to our
Yeah.
advantage? Like it's
Oh, I think that's an outstanding
enough, I
way of what Penrith are doing, but because it's not against the law, like it's not against the rules.
Yeah.
I just wish as a viewer, too, when there is a 6 again, that something pops up on the screen to
It
say,
just says ruck infringement.
yeah,
Which is like,
what does
well,
that mean?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, hand on the ball,
That's right.
holding them down too long.
don't know.
Can we?
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. We don't know why
No.
that 6 again rule actually came in.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right,
All right, the AFL has a final shake-up.
still dividing the game as Darren coughs there.
Yeah.
A bit of a slow burn, but it's bubbling.
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
yeah.
obviously, like it's got this new wildcard finals system, which I like, and we spoke about it last week. Fans will love it because the fans in the NBA love the play in, and once it happens first year, second year, people will just get used to this.
So this is the first time they're doing it.
First time
Oh, well,
this year.
until they do it, they can't.
I agree.
You can't criticize.
I know,
it.
and like people saying, "Oh, they're just doing it for a money grab," but why not just have a bit more football or a finals atmosphere? I don't think it's chasing the dollars because I've said it on our show before. This the AFL at the moment's got a 3-tier competition where you've got your top 5 really good. The next 7 are they're okay. They'll make finals. The bottom 4 are no good. So it just gives that team who are 11th, 12th and 13th the opportunity 4 weeks out. I'm not against it because I love it in the NBA.
Yeah, if your team ends up 10th on the ladder and then they have a shot to get into the finals, you're going to like the concept.
Of course
aren't
you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's get into the NRL results for the week, thanks to DC Finance. And the Sea Eagles beat the Cowboys 38-6.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know you said during the week, I mean, not the week, but, you said probably a few weeks ago, don't sack Seabolt. And I did say to you last week, well, what, will we 0-6 and, the season's gone, but we're now 3-3.
Yeah.
We've got the 5th best defence in the competition.
Can't argue with the results.
It's worked. they want to play for him. He's just changed up the way they're running the ball via the middles. Manly's doing everything right. The pressure has now come back again on Todd Payten. North Queensland Cowboys do not want to confirm who is to coach the Cowboys in 2027.
Yeah.
Now, they are going to wait all during the year, I believe, which is not good, to see if they're going to make the finals before they reappoint him.
Oh, they won't make the finals.
They won't make the finals.
I don't think they'll make the finals.
So if he...
Come on, before this loss, they were looking pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a bad loss.
It is a bad
At home against a team who was supposed to be a rabble 4 weeks ago. If they don't make finals, he is not going to be the coach of the Cowboys next year.
I agree. I don't think he will be.
But if he plays, but if they make 8 spot, why do you reappoint him?
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Raiders 26, Storm 22. Storm are in trouble.
Yeah, they are. That's like
big
is that
trouble.
5 in a row now they've lost?
Yeah.
They just don't have the depth.
Yeah.
They don't have the depth in their forward pack.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Craig's got no answers.
Well, they just don't have the player. They do not have the depth is what they've had over the years gone by.
Yeah.
Xavier Coates was back last week, wasn't he, I think?
He was.
Yeah, it's just it's just finally caught up with them.
Yeah.
They've just lost 3-4 players every year. They've been able to get players back into their football club that were able to get to allow them to stay in the top 4, but they're not off the pace, are they, Baz? Like they're for and against is 2, and I think they're on 6 points. So it's not that dire.
I would not count them out.
No, they've been in this situation before.
Like they're
made the finals.
They're only 4 points away from being 5th spot.
Yeah.
But they need to start winning.
Yeah. All right, Panthers 23, Dolphins 22. This was exciting to watch, but God, it was hot up there.
Yeah, very, very hot at Darwin. Wasn't the Dolphins leading?
Dolphins were leading at one stage.
Yeah, Panthers were way behind.
Then they actually went into Golden Point.
Like 20-6 or something like that. And then, I think obviously, I don't know why the heat kind of got to the Dolphins more than the Panthers. Like Nathan Cleary, he just orchestrated it very well at the end.
It's just unbelievable humidity up there.
Geez, I love Yo. Isaiah Yo. He's probably he'd be in my top 3 footballers in the competition. He's just the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for them to win that, like they're on track now to be top 2, aren't they?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warriors 28, the Titans 20. Warriors, you just can't. They're
too strong right now.
Way too strong.
I was just about to say I didn't watch this game, but I did because I remembered actually the score that they were about 28-10 with about 10 minutes to go. Andrew Webster would not be happy with that. They clocked off big time.
Yeah, they got to stop doing that.
They scored like 3 tries in about 8 minutes. Obviously, the game was all over then. But we're all happy. We're all happy for the Warriors, and we all agree that the Warriors are going to be a top 4 team. That's for sure. Yeah.
All right. Rabbitohs 30 defeated the Dragons 12.
Sack the coach. Oh, they have.
They have.
This was a disappointing effort from the Dragons, from their senior players. You just knew as soon as the game was finished that Flanagan was going to get sacked.
Hal Latrell did not get penalised.
Did you see that?
For actually chucking somebody on the ground like that. I had no idea.
That was terrible what he did.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Didn't even get a warning. He actually threw one of the players down like a rag doll.
Into the post. Into the goal post. But it was no need to. Like he was already on the ground. Like
was it after a tackle?
Yeah. But there was no penalty or anything. It was like, look, Latrell's playing really good football, but he just has these moments that he's going to cost his team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Broncos 21 defeated the Tigers 20. Yeah, this was a costly game, though, for the Broncos.
Was a good game of football.
It was a great game.
And all kudos to the Broncos. There's no way they should have won this game of football because of the injuries. You got to give it to Madge Maguire. He's a very, very good coach.
Yeah.
Even though people come out and say that the players are not happy with him. It's one that's got away from the Tigers. But are they going to be a top 4 team, Baz?
Tigers.
Do you think are they going to? I don't know yet. Their draw's been quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, they're currently top in the 3 on the ladder.
Oh, they are third, but they haven't. Let's see where they
I
are.
think they're a strong chance for the 8.
Oh, they'll make the 8.
Yeah.
I just want to see them in about 6 to 8 weeks, Daz. Yeah.
Roosters 38 defeated the Knights 24.
Dreadful from the Knights. They were way ahead.
Dreadful. Absolutely. They should have been told that they had to come into training on the Sunday. At one stage, I think it was 22. Hang on, was it? It was 24-12. 24-12 at halftime.
Yeah.
I turned it on, checked the tipping comp. You bloody legend. I'm the only one going for the Knights. I've got them. They were deplorable in the second half. Did absolutely and good on the Roosters. Sam Walker probably played a better game than DCE. But I really don't know. I just do not understand how they did not come out and win that game, the Knights.
Yeah. Last game of the round, the Eels 38 defeated the Dogs 20.
Put them to the sword.
Wow.
They are a terrible freaking football club, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They really
It's a
are.
rabble at the moment.
They are just a disgraceful football club. To not even like Cameron Ciraldo was he was pissed off big time.
Yeah.
There was no incentive for Parramatta to win that game. There was just, yes, they'd lost by 50 points. I don't know. I think this football club has just gone out via Ciraldo, via Gus to try and win a premiership. Yeah, I think it's going to blow. I think it's going to blow up in their faces. And I'm not even perturbed that it is going to happen because they need to go back to doing the right thing by their players. Something's not right there. Well, I don't know what it is, Daz. Something's not right in that football club. That's just not clicking. So,
all right. So that was your DC Finance scoreboard there. Anything going at the moment?
No, it's just it's got probably things have got a little bit quieter on the loan market front. But anyway, it'll once we get past these couple of hurdles, we'll be back into it again.
Beautiful. All right. So thanks to Optimus One, your insurance brokers. You got anything going at the moment?
Premiums are going up.
Yeah. Okay. That's good for you.
Well, come and talk to us about it.
Yeah. All right. So the Panthers, they're on top there with outright lead on 12 points. The Warriors, Tigers, Rabbitohs and Roosters on 10. The Sea Eagles, Sharks, Knights, Broncos, Bulldogs, Cowboys on 8. Then comes the Dolphins, Raiders, Eels on 6. Storm and Titan on 4, and the Dragons, of course, yet to open their account.
Zippo.
It's an interesting ladder. Like Penrith are on 12 points, and second last is on 4.
Yeah.
So right now there's probably 16 teams that can make the top 8.
Yeah.
Because you just need to get on a run in this competition, which Manly has done. Manly were third last a month ago. They've got on a run and now sitting 6th.
Yeah. 6
So-
to 16. It's only 2 games.
It's
between
only
them.
2 games. So I'm actually going to say at the moment there's can be 16 teams will make, which is great. It's great for the competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them have had buys, so the ones that haven't will pick up an
Exactly.
automatic 2 points.
That's right. I think Cowboys might be one. Oh, not Cow, but I think Mel. So it's interesting.
Cowboys, no buy yet. So.
Yep.
All right, so turning to AFL and your AFL roundup, the Collingwood Magpies defeated Carlton there 88-83.
Go the Pies.
Go the Pies.
go
Was
the
at Dunwoody's establishment on Thursday night because I needed 2 screens, as I don't have 2 screens at home. So I had to watch one screen of Manly Cowboys and then Collingwood Carlton. At 3/4 time, Carlton were 18 points up and we're going to win the game. And then Nick Dacos has stepped in and decided, nah, I've had enough, and had an outstanding quarter to cut 1 goal, 2 goal assists, 13 possessions. So something that was very, very sad during that game. One of the Carlton players had a medical episode, like whether no one really knows whether it was drugs or alcohol, or he was putting the bird up to the crowd and put the bird up to his teammates. It was a very sad thing to see that the Carlton Football Club didn't recognise that there was something not right with this young man. And firstly, he shouldn't have played the game. And then even the Collingwood players knew something wasn't right with his actions. And without a doubt, a doctor should have just come on and said, mate,
off you go.
Off you go. And it didn't occur. And it was Carlton will be heavily fined. They will probably get a 50.
So he played the whole game.
Pretty well played the whole game and played for 70% of the game and got no possessions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just a travesty of it. Carlton will probably get fined $70,000, and the AFL are not happy about this at all. They are pissed off. Yeah.
Geelong 131 defeated the Dogs 56.
Well, no one saw this coming at all, especially myself. But then when you lose Sam Darcy, one of the best young forwards in the competition, did an ACL, and so innocuously. Libba, another concussion. O'Donnell, shoulder. The best player in the comp, Bontempelli, hyperextended his knee. Not only did they get flogged, they probably had 5 or 6 really, really bad injuries. This is interesting to see where this football club it lands now.
Yeah, Sydney 107 defeated the Giants 66.
Sydney are just rolling along beautifully. Quite interesting when they talk about sides, Baz, that play back-to-back grand finals like Brisbane, and also when you look at even NRL sides like Penrith, for example, like last year, they went back grand finals. It eventually catches up with you because the deeper you go into a season, the later you are before you can have surgery on any injuries.
Yeah.
Now, Sydney did make the finals and got everyone up and about by December, and look where they are now, top of the ladder. So it's all about making and winning a grand final, Daz, but it could be a detriment to you for the following year or two.
Yeah. Gold Coast Suns 119, Essendon 110.
Come on. This
Very-
is a
9
good
points.
result
It was
for
a
Essendon,
great
isn't it?
result
Good result.
and very unfortunate, the Bombers.
Yeah, well, 9 points.
Yeah,
in it,
9
that's-
points. Probably had an opportunity to go ahead later in the game. The Suns started the season off really well, going off the boil, but it's going to happen. They're still a young team. They're not like a team that's going to. They are a team that's going to probably play top 4, but football, but probably not a team that'll make the grand final. So, but they've turned the corner, and disappointing that they have the Bombers.
Disappointing that they have.
Because what it is, you've got the Anzac Day against Collingwood, and they always seem to turn the corner when they got Collingwood and Anzac Days this Saturday.
It's going to be a good one.
All right, Hawks 89 defeated Port Adelaide 86.
Oh, they were unlucky, Port.
Yeah.
So close.
Very, very unlucky. They were the better team as far as I was concerned. Hawks are travelling beautifully as well. But this is going to happen to Port Adelaide. They're going to have these good games, and then for the next month they'll really struggle because they're a very young group. But well done to Port.
Speaking of something unlucky, Adelaide 103 defeated St Kilda 102.
Yeah, I said last week that Saints needed to beat Adelaide to ensure that they were going to be a good football team. Look, I know it was only 1 point, but because you've got the 1 point loss, you don't get the 4 points on the ladder. So
How crushing is it to lose a game like that by 1 point?
Yeah,
the high-scoring game.
Yeah, but they gave them a lead. They came back from about a 4-goal deficit. So
Okay.
well done to the Saints. But again, you just can't give the good sides, especially a side like Adelaide, a 4-goal start at Adelaide Oval. So, but it's good to see good close games, and that's what it was.
So North Melbourne 130, Richmond 55. Probably a little said about
close
that,
at
the
all.
better.
No,
Good on
exactly.
North.
Well, all I'll say is this is their North Melbourne's best result for 10 years, and I think they're sitting 5th. However, they have only played 4 of the bottom 5 sides.
Yeah.
So,
Melbourne 104 defeated the Lions 102.
That's a close
yeah,
one.
this was a really good game. Stephen King's come in from the Geelong system, Geelong premiership player who I've mentioned. He's got them humming at 4-2. I actually thought there could have been an upset here. Again, Brisbane are slow starters because of the last 3 years. They've been deep in finals each year. But it's great to see. Again, Melbourne are probably going to have their weeks where they'll let themselves down. But they've now beaten both the Queensland teams in Gold Coast and Brisbane this year.
Interesting.
So everyone expected them to be bottom 3.
Final game at Optus Stadium, the Western Australian Derby, Dockers 97, Eagles 41.
The Doctors are travelling beautifully. Josh Tracy's, great, playing great football up forward with Angus Brayshaw in the middle. Hayden Young was back. This was expected. I mean, I just don't. I want to see a strong West Coast Eagle football club on the field, but I'm just concerned it's going to take them another 10 years before the next generation comes from the West, and it feels like that. Anyway.
Going to take a while. All right, turning to the ladder, Swans, Fremantle, Hawthorn on 20, Suns, North Melbourne, Geelong Cats, the Western Bulldogs, and Melbourne on 16. Lions and Crows and Collingwood on 12. Port Adelaide, St Kilda, Giants on 8, along with West Coast Eagles. Carlton, Essendon on 4, and Richmond, Richmond's yet to open their account.
Isn't going to be we need to have a running bet, gents, to see who's going to win the first game, Richmond or St George.
Yeah. One of the two.
It'd be interesting.
All right, so just quickly, the
Wow.
QRL results there. The Falcons defeated the Pride there 26-24. Hunters defeated the Jets 26-24. The Winner Manly Seagulls 24 defeated the Tigers 4. The Capras 12, Black Hawks 6. The Cutters 46, the Tweed Seagulls 18. The Magpies 34 defeated the Clydesdales 24. The Bears 38 defeated the Devils 22, and the Dolphins there had the bye. So interesting.
So the Pride had a loss,
Pride had a loss.
and was that at home?
That was away.
Away. Okay. Yeah, only a couple of points though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't by much.
That's all right.
It wasn't by much.
Yeah.
All right. The live and local FNQ, just quickly, the Crocs defeated the Lions there 145-49. The Cutters 124 defeated, who was that? The Saints there 65. The game that I commentated there, your side there, the Tigers there 92 defeated the Hawks 73. Wow.
See, and again, there's an issue for AFL Cairns, because obviously, so the sides that are not doing well are obviously Tigers, Hawks, and Cairns Saints, and also the Lions who had a bye. You've got this bottom 4. And that bottom 4 will have the close games, as you could see from the Tigers 92 to Hawks 73. But when you look at the other 3 sides, which is Port Douglas, South Cairns Cutters, and also Central's Trinity Beach had the bye, there's a big divide in this competition at the moment.
Yeah, and that's something I'd noticed as well. I mean, I did say in the commentary that possession is the key.
Yeah.
If they're not got possession of the ball, then Menunda's really not going to do much.
Yeah.
All right, FNQ Rugby League. Brothers 46 defeated Mariba 4. Innisfail 26 defeated Ivanhoe's 12. Atherton 40 defeated Mossman 12. Yarrabah 28 defeated Suburbs 26, and Roos 24 defeated Tully 20. Now, Junior Rugby League starts this Sunday for FNQ Rugby League. They're changing the days there from Saturdays to Sunday. I think that's a good thing. I don't think that's I don't think that's a bad thing there. So I will be at Roos on Sunday there to do an assessment for a game. And, really looking forward to that.
Yeah, because the men's and women's competition is on the Saturday.
That's right.
Always Saturday.
And they're trying to actually get senior referees there to actually work with the juniors at the moment. It's too difficult for them to actually do that while there are games playing on Saturday.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, AFL Cairns, their seniors competition, men's and women's, play Saturday and the juniors play Sunday. So
that's correct.
Why not do it?
It's correct. All right, boys, that'll just about do us. Okay.
That'll do us in.
That'll do us now. Yeah. That's all, folks. Okay. Any final thoughts?
Well, obviously we've this weekend we've another round of NRL AFL. Looks, it's going to be, will St George get their first win, and will Melbourne Storm lose 6 in a row?
And I think keep an eye on the Cowboys, because if the coach is under pressure, then they need to win this week.
That's it.
Yeah, they do. Yep. No, very good.
At home against the Sharks.
That's
it. Big game.
All right, guys, thank you very much for your company here. Once again, it is great to be with you, and we'll be back again next week. Till then.
Guys.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Bye.